Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors. With James Holst.
Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish?
And the rest of the IDO fishing team. We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water. With Pat McSherry.
All right, what a fish.
Andy Fiocco.
Wow. Look at the colors on this fish.
And Mike Anselmo.
Man, he's bumping.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of In-Depth Outdoors. I'm James Holst, and on today's show, we head north to Lake Winnipeg in Manitoba. As everybody knows that's been watching this show, we're in the midst of one of the craziest ice fishing seasons on record. Every other week, unseasonable temperatures, rain, dwindling ice conditions throughout the entire upper Midwest. So it made a lot of sense for us to make the decision to head far north to get on what will be a very stable sheet of ice. Now, I want to point out that we typically would not go to Lake Winnipeg this early in the season. We often will wait until that last week in March before the season closes at the end of March in Manitoba to get in on what can be some of the best giant trophy walleye fishing to be found anywhere in North America. So stick around. It's going to be Calvin Svihel and I chasing giant greenbacks on Lake Winnipeg today on In-Depth Outdoors.
Let's get the auger started.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll get the auger started if you want to just check that.
Yeah, I'll grab the flasher behind you here. Extension. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm going to fish this hole right away. James will continue to drill a couple more, but we're still kind of in a search mode, so we found the right depth. Now we just got to see if the fish are here. If they're not, it's going to be a real quick 10 or 15 minute fishing spot here. There's nothing here. We're going to pick up and move 300, 400, 500 yards. Just hopefully land on that bigger school of fish that we're looking for.
Fish out.
That didn't take long.
Okay, yeah, he's in the transducer cord just a little bit there. Oh, he's free.
Oh,
He's
there you
free.
go.
Yep.
There you go.
Thank you. That is a Winnipeg walleye. Took about 2 minutes. TV guys always say that. I was only down there for 2 minutes. It's the truth. Not the biggest fish. Oh yeah, he smoked that front hook all the way in his mouth. No, we don't need it. Barbless hooks. We do plan at the end of our day, we're eating some fish. So
looks like a fantastic eater right there.
Bad news for this guy. And you know what? It's so cold out here. We started this morning. It was 13 degrees below zero. I'm not even going to put him on the ice because that makes cleaning fish problematic.
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm going to put him in the truck and I'll get back to fishing. But you know,
here we go.
We had a warm run back there in Minnesota, made getting out on some of the lakes problematic, but up here we're in great condition. I actually used an extension.
Yeah, I was just going to say we started drilling a hole there couldn't get through it, and then we had to throw on the 8-inch extension and
haven't had to do that in Minnesota for a while. All right, I'm going to put this guy back in the truck to make sure he doesn't.
I got him in the truck. I got my gloves on, so then as I'm going to the hole.
What a guy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 6, pearl white Rippin Rap. I mean, you saw the color of the water when we punched these holes. This is not that pristine, clear water that you see on some natural lakes in Minnesota. This is Red River water. And of course the walleyes live in that stuff. So we're just fishing some loud baits. I'm gonna get the snow off that thing. Number 6, just pearl white Rippin Rap. Barbs mashed down, of course. You got to do that here in Manitoba. And just to give it some extra flash, a little bit extra profile, I added that feather treble to the end there. That's that dressed feather treble, size 2. I think the thing that really matters about that bait more than anything is that rattle. You know, anything you can do to help those fish find that bait in water this colored up is going to put more fish on the ice for you. Back down we go.
Here's one. Here's one.
Hey! There's fish. Boy, woo! We're headed in the wrong direction, Cal.
Doubles. Not the doubles we're looking for,
Oh
but this
my.
one absolutely T-boned it. Holy cow.
How that little fish did that, we'll never know.
Pretty. Look at that pretty emerald line on top of that fish. Just a little greenbacks. Get that one back quick. Padding the numbers.
Yeah, well, we're getting some action, but I don't know that this is why people drive to Lake Winnipeg. Of course, we are counting on eating a few fish tonight, so gotta have a few. Come on. Got it.
Better one?
Ah, he feels all right. He's not a tiny guy. Of course, for Lake Winnipeg, he is. What do you say, Cal? Should we move around down the road?
Yeah, I'm up for a little move.
I mean, typically when you get out here on Lake Winnipeg, I mean, you'll run into fish this size, and best not to try to wait out the big fish. The big fish very often will get in these schools where if you get on top of a school of the big fish, that's kind of all you catch for a while. And all we're seeing here is smallish fish, you know, teeners up to that eating size fish. So we drove a long way. We want to catch big fish today, so we're going to move it on down the road. Now, I will admit, you can sit here all day long and catch as many fish like that as you wanted. I'm ready if you are.
Yes, sir.
Skeeter Boat Center is now a full-service Warrior Boats dealer, offering the complete line of Warrior boats, all covered by reliable Yamaha outboards. With dealerships located in Ramsey, Minnesota and Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, Skeeter Boat Center carries more Warrior boat models in stock than any other Warrior boat dealer. No matter which Warrior model is right for you, you'll receive the same attention to detail and service after the sale that made Skeeter Boat Center the #1 Skeeter dealer by volume in the Midwest. For the best selection of fiberglass fishing boats and unmatched service, stop in or visit us online at skeeterboatcenter.com.
From the first time you pick up a tuned-up custom rod, you'll know you're holding something special. A rod not mass-produced, but built one at a time by the hands of gifted craftsmen. Rods like the Precision, ice fishing's most versatile multi-species rod, or the Precision Noodle with a tip so sensitive you'll never fish a spring bobber again. And the Commander, the rod that's never met a big fish it couldn't best. Tuned-up custom rods. Ice rods handcrafted for you and the way you fish.
This winter, set a trap for your next trophy with iFish Pro. Ideal for all species, iFish Pro is an innovative fishing system that allows an angler to use their favorite rod and reel instead of trying to manage the fish hand over hand.
There's a flag right there.
Complete your ice fishing arsenal with iFish Pro, tactical ice gear that puts the fight back into tip-up fishing.
Look at that.
Find iFish Pro online at ifishpro.com or at your favorite sporting goods retailer.
Got it.
Same one?
Hard to tell. Get out of there. Males, lots of them.
Yep.
Come here, buddy. Wow, the heat engulfed that.
Need a tool?
What's that?
Need a tool? Or you
I
got
got a
one?
tool. Ding. And I'm gonna need it too.
I think this dirty water is
There we go.
too dirty for
All right, back he goes.
my slab wrap, so I'm gonna go get something with a little bit more noise. I think a Rippin Rap. Probably a number 6. Let's see what's barbs are pinched already. The blue and silver slab wrap, you know, I was able to catch a couple fish on that, so I'm just gonna match the color. And I'm just gonna go up to something bigger. Obviously those big rattles have been working. So the biggest thing, once again, these barbs are not pinched. So according to the Manitoba law, I need to pinch off these barbs just to make sure that I'm legal. Once again, you can have as many barbed hooks in your tackle box as you want, but as soon as they go on your line, these barbs need to get pinched. Don't know what the fine is, and I don't want to find out. So,
Oh, there we go. God, They're all just cookie cutters.
Probably a good idea that I'm making this move right now because I can't let him win.
Thank you, fish. I'm looking for your mother. Got him. Boy, but somebody wants 15-inch walleyes caught on Winnipeg. I'm the assassin. This little guy. Still waiting for that crunch, that dead stop, you know. Whoa, there's fish. Never saw that one.
They must be liking that white.
They are loving the white until they eat it, then they see the problem real quick. Just inhale that back half of that Rippin Rap. Man, if we were after a large number of fish for a fish fry, we'd have mission accomplished.
There he is. Same old, same old. Small little male, but you can tell how crazy these fish are going when you start hooking them in the bottom of the lip like that, in the bottom of the mouth. They're absolutely just coming up and demolishing these baits. What that leads me to believe is we definitely are on the right program, just on the wrong size of fish.
Got him. Must have a nick in my line.
You break it? You snap your line and got it?
Snap my line, and I got it. Cat-like reflexes.
Oh, this one might be a better one here. There we go.
Better one, Cal? Hey! Better.
Woo! There's a greenie. Here's a better greenback we're after. Definitely low, mid 20-inch fish. Just clobbered that number 6 Rippin Rap. And it's still a little cold out today, so I'm gonna do my best to get this back before her eyeballs freeze up. Nice fish, let's get this one back. Check out those colors. Sweet!
I got one too. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. We got a little group of better fish come through here. Cal got a nice one. This is heading more in the right direction anyway. Closer to that 20-inch range. Not a Winnipeg giant by any means, but climbing the ladder. Hold still, fish. I'm going to let you go. Nice. Such pretty green color on these fish. You catch them in that sunlight, and they are pretty cool. Anytime you see a fish like that, whether it be on video or still photo, as soon as you see that green color, you know right where it came from. If there's another place in the world that fish get that color, I guess I don't know about it. Back you go, fish.
Markham's new pocket-sized handheld underwater cameras, the RECON 5 and 5 Plus, use a 5-inch color display to deliver superior screen detail and employ a combination of dark water LED and infrared lighting to punch through the darkness. The RECON 5 Plus adds a built-in DVR and on-screen display for critical information, previously only available on full-sized underwater viewing systems. This winter, see what you've been missing with a RECON from Markham Technologies, the undisputed leader in underwater cameras.
Everything you'd expect from a premium quality fish house and so much more. Glacier combines superior craftsmanship and premium quality materials to produce a comfortable and enjoyable mobile base camp for your next outdoor adventure. Available in a variety of models, a Glacier Ice House offers more standard features, more usable space, and a better fit and finish than the competition. Visit our website at glaciericehouse.com to find a dealer near you and see why a Glacier fish house is the ultimate way to play.
At Aluma, we're in it for the long haul. That's why we make the longest-lasting, most rugged trailers on the road. Flatbeds, bike haulers, tilt trailers, and enclosed. If you have a lot to move, we've got your way to move it. Our lightweight aluminum trailers will handle even your heaviest loads. At Aluma, we are right behind you with an industry-leading 5-year warranty. Because every trip and every load is valued.
Skeeter Boat Center is now a full-service Warrior Boats dealer, offering the complete line of Warrior boats, all covered by reliable Yamaha outboards. With dealerships located in Ramsey, Minnesota and Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, Skeeter Boat Center carries more Warrior boat models in stock than any other Warrior boat dealer. No matter which Warrior model is right for you, you'll receive the same attention to detail and service after the sale that made Skeeter Boat Center the #1 Skeeter dealer by volume in the Midwest. For the best selection of fiberglass fishing boats and unmatched service, stop in or visit us online at SkeeterBoatCenter.com.
There it is.
Better one?
I don't know about that. Maybe by an inch or two. Yep, a couple inches bigger. But not the greenback we're looking for. See you later, dude. It's like we could catch 100 of these things if we wanted to. Or we may yet.
Yeah. This one gets an A for effort for hitting it, that's for sure.
It's not very often that a guy can catch, I don't know how many we've caught today, dozens a piece, and feel like you're still looking for something to happen. Of course, Winnipeg's one of those bodies of water. So much trophy potential here, you expect it, you count on it. And we got time left. But I have never fished this body of water and caught this many fish without a bunch of big fish mixed in.
That right there was the best hit of the day.
Made you happy?
Yes. Memory serves me right. Those hits usually yielded much larger fish.
Boom!
Yeah.
Yes. There he is. Head up the hole, fish. He should have gone with his first instinct, which was, I'm not eating that. Come here, buddy. 17-inch fish, maybe? One of dozens. This is like bizarro Lake Winnipeg. Usually you'd struggle to find fish like that. All big fish. On this trip, all the eaters you can stand and the big fish are yet to be found.
In-Depth Outdoors, Spot on the Spot ID.
So on today's Spot on the Spot ID, we're actually going to take a little bit of a different approach. Instead of having the Garmin maps, we have a Bing map, an aerial photo of the area that we fished, because I think it'll do a better job of illustrating our approach to Lake Winnipeg. So as you can see, this is just the very southern portion of Lake Winnipeg. There's about another 150 miles of lake to the north that basically nobody fishes. If you're unfamiliar with the area, most of the fishing happens in this area here. So what's going on is all these fish start to move from that north portion of Lake Winnipeg down towards the Red River that runs in down here to spawn in the spring. So when we arrived, we did not bring snowmobiles with us. And that will prove to be not our undoing, but definitely causes us a challenge that we would have been able to overcome if we had brought those snowmobiles along, because there's a huge crack on Lake Winnipeg right now that runs from the west side of the lake out in front of the Red River and over towards the east side. It makes getting from the west side to the east side very difficult. And this is where the deepest water is in this southern portion of the lake. If we had snowmobiles, we would have definitely spent more time out in the deeper water looking for larger fish. But because we chose to travel with a truck only, we were limited by being unable to cross that crack safely. So what we ended up doing is getting outside of the opening to the Red River. And you can see there's a large estuary area down here on the south. There's multiple openings where water will flow through out into the main lake, but we were fishing out in front of the main opening of the Red River. In fact, just to the west of it. And when we got into about 10 feet of water, what we found was that dirty water pouring out of the Red River, the water clarity improved. We found what amounted to a mud line under the ice. And as long as we stayed along that mud line, that transition from very dirty water, and you can see it when we're punching holes out there, when we're on the wrong side of the mud line, it just boils up like chocolate milk. move 10 feet over, and that's all it takes sometimes, you'll be into very clear water. And that's where those walleyes were hanging out in large numbers. Now, because we were limited with our ability to travel to the southern portion of the lake, we just didn't encounter the size fish that one would expect when going to Lake Winnipeg. If I was to go back tomorrow, what would I do? Well, one, I'd bring a snowmobile or an ATV, and I'd find a way to cross that crack and I'd get out there in 21 foot of water. But that just wasn't an option for us on this trip. And what we found was an almost unlimited number of 16 to 22 inch fish willing to hit Rippin Rap. So not a bad plan B, certainly not why we would go to Lake Winnipeg, and in the future, there will always be snowmobiles behind my truck when I head to this destination.
Markham Technologies unleashes GPS with the release of the RT9, the first to combine sonar, underwater camera, and navionics mapping in a 9-inch ruggedized touchscreen tablet. Built on the Android operating system, the Wi-Fi-enabled RT9 can be used as a standalone tablet, or snap into the cradle, or performance pack for unmatched portability. ICE electronics the way they were meant to be. Sonar, GPS, underwater camera, one unit. Experience the RT9 from Markham Technologies. The lithium laser and lithium chipper from StrikeMaster deliver power on demand with the push of a button and an industry-leading 50-volt lithium-ion battery. Reach for the lithium laser if you need unmatched hole punching speed, or opt for the lithium chipper if you need the durability of chipper blades for opening old holes or drilling in dirty ice. No matter which auger is right for the way you fish, reach for a StrikeMaster Lithium, the electric auger with power to spare.
Honey, I Shrunk the Walleyes.
Yeah.
What? Oh, boy, rattly goodness. All right, fish.
They don't like it when you just drop it right on their face.
Nah, can hardly blame them. If I came running at you with a Big Mac and shoved it in your face, you probably wouldn't feel hungry.
Never saw that fish.
But you got him.
Got him.
What happened? What the heck? Is there something there? That's awesome. He broke a Rippin Rap off earlier. Was that fish on your Rippin Rap, or?
No, it wasn't on my Rippin Rap, no. But I don't owe you a pink UV Rippin Rap anymore.
You need to go buy a lottery ticket. That's what you need to do. That's pretty cool.
Well, that was just something else.
This hole is kind of full.
It's kind of full.
Hey, just gobs of them. Here comes one. That was nuts. I thought that fish was going to come unhinged on it. Here he comes back again.
What's that?
I got multiple fish just boiling up underneath it. It's like somebody just hit it. I didn't know which one was going to get it. Tiny. Not the one I wanted. Okay, they're not huge, but this is still fun.
Yeah. I was thinking about this comment before. You know, usually you're sitting on a mud flat on Mille Lacs or a break line of your favorite break line and you're fishing walleyes, and you know you're fishing walleyes and you get that fish. The first thing you do is you set the hook and usually lift up your rod and then grab the transducer to get it out of the hole. Unfortunately, today we haven't had to grab the deucer.
Too much transducer cord out because of how thick the ice is, and if it got off in the transducer, we'd just catch another one.
Yep.
Jeez. I'm just holding it stale when they're eating it. I don't think it really matters much. A little better one. Long lean. There are you. Never ever saw that fish even come on the LX9. Just popped in from the side and drilled it. Nicer fish. See you later. He's gonna want to know what the, whoa.
What happened here?
What you got? Got a good one? Hey! We're getting there.
Look at this one, just choked it.
They don't nibble those things.
This one is gonna have to come home.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the end of today's show. And before we go, I want to point out that some of the decisions we made before we even left home have had more to do with the outcome of our trip than the decisions we made on the ice. The failure to bring snowmobiles, ATVs, really hurt us on this trip. Now in the past, we've had fantastic luck just going with nothing but the trucks, able to move everywhere. On this trip, we just couldn't get safely across that crack that I think separated us from some bigger fish. Now, where in the world can you go and catch 75 to 100 fish a day and feel like things didn't work out? So Lake Winnipeg is one of those lakes, and we will be back. And let me tell you, we're not leaving home without snowmobiles behind the truck. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.